Hey Amber, we're over at the Rhinestein Castle and I'm going to read to you Marie. Bonjour, I am Marie. My family and I live in this fancy house in Paris. That's in France, you know. We are the treasured pets of Madame Adelaide Bonfamille. She calls us her children. Once we were catnapped by Madame's old butler, Edgar. It was all in the papers. But that's another story. This story is about me. Why don't you turn the page and take a look inside our home? There it is. This is my brother Berlioz. Someday he will be a famous composer, just like his namesake. My brother Toulouse loves to paint. Someday he will be famous too. He's named after an important artist. And here's a portrait that Toulouse painted. It's a picture of Edgar, the mean butler. This is Abraham de Lacy Giuseppe Casey Thomas O'Malley. We used to call him Mr. O'Malley, but now we call him Papa. And here's my mama, Duchess. She always reminds my brothers and me to be lovely and charming ladies and gentlemen. Madame says that someday I will be as beautiful as my mama. It's true, I do have sparkling sapphire eyes that dazzle, just like hers. Here's what I like. Singing my arpeggios. One day I will be a famous prima donna, just like Madame was. Wrestling with my brothers, but only when Mama's not watching. Going shopping with Madame. And most of all, I like exploring Paris with my friend, Roquefort Jr. And today, we're going to do just that. Have fun, darlings. Look both ways before you cross the street, and be home by 7 o'clock tonight for a lovely surprise, says Mama. Ooh, that's another thing I like. Lovely surprises. Au revoir, Marie, Mama calls, and don't forget to always be a lady. I won't. I promise. Forget to be a lady, I mean. I add, just in case there's any confusion. Roquefort and I both love to walk along the Seine, the river that divides the city of Paris. There's so much to see. To les grands magasins de Louvre? Asks Roquefort Jr. To les grands magasins de Louvre, I reply. That's just what happens to be my favorite department store. We head straight for the perfume counter. Roquefort knows it is important for a lady to smell beautiful, and nobody seems to mind if we sample the perfume. We both agree that our next stop should be La Cathédrale de Notre-Dame de Paris, or Notre Dame for short. Paris has many wonderful buildings and churches, and Notre Dame is probably the most famous. That is because it's so beautiful. Visitors come from all over the world to admire the stained glass and architecture. But here's what Roquefort likes best. Making faces at the gargoyles. And here's what I like best. Chasing the pigeons. A stroll through one of Paris's many parks is always the fashionable thing to do. One of our favorites is Les Jardins des Tuileries. Roquefort likes to take in a little theater while I enjoy boating. Oh look, it's the Gabble sisters. See you tonight, Marie, they call. Roquefort Jr. and I are hungry. He has his heart set on cheese. Can we stop here, s'il vous plaît? He begs, pointing to a cheese shop. I give him a boost so he can see in the window. Look at all that cheese, Marie, he says wistfully. Frankly, I prefer cream, but then again, I am not a mouse. Au revoir, Roquefort, I say. Enjoy the cheese shop. I will pick you up on my way home. I stroll over to my favorite cafe. I'm a regular, and the waiter greets me. Bonjour, Marie. One crème de la du Magot. I nod and sit under my usual table. There is nothing as wonderful as sitting at an outside table at your favorite cafe and watching the world go by. This cafe is especially popular with artists and writers, so I feel right at home. One of the artists paints my portrait while I eat. His name is Pablo Picasso. Perhaps you've heard of him? After lunch, I decide to pay a visit to the Eiffel Tower. The view of my city from the top is unparalleled. When I get back down to the ground, I realize how late it has become. Oh dear, it is time to collect Rockefort and make our way home. But how will I get there in time? There must be a way. Then I spot it. The perfect Paris transportation. Wee, wee! Traveling by bicycle is so magnificent. I arrive at the La Fromagerie just in time. Roquefort is about to become dinner. I try to reason with the kitten. Then I try again. Then I try another tactic. It works. Here's the thing about ladies. They never start fights, but they certainly do finish them. It is time to head home. Darlings, you are home, says Mama. And you are just in time for Scat Cat and the Swinging Hep Cats. Boom 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 dum boom 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 dum boom 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 dum boom boom. J'adore Paris, don't you? The end.